Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. I have a very special interview with you today. I want to welcome our brand new author, Jennifer Anderson, lovingly known as Gidget. Hi, Gidget. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm so good. How are you feeling? It's your book launch day.
I am so excited, overwhelmed, but incredibly excited and so thankful and feeling so blessed that this is happening. I mean, oh my
Yes.
goodness, from joining you a year ago, oh my gosh, almost a year ago, I believe, and now I'm like, I'm going to have a book published. It's amazing. So yes,
Yes, let's celebrate. You have your book published. So, why don't
yes.
you first share the title of the book with everybody?
The book is called Orange's Favorite Things.
Oh, so nice. Such
I
a
know.
fun book.
Thank you.
Jennifer, what inspired you to write this book?
So two things really inspired it. My mom, who is an incredible storyteller, when I was little, she would just make up stories all the time, and her character was Orange. And Orange would be flying around, which is funny because now my dream ended up coming true that I flew in the Navy in helicopters. So it was kind of funny that it
Right.
kind of like both my dad and my mom inspired that flying. And I do remember asking her when I said, like, oh, what do you think of the little girl? Like, what do you think of the illustration? Is it what you thought? And she's like, it was actually an orange. And I was like, what? So never in my imagination, it was an actual orange. And then my husband, like I knew I wanted to write a story about orange to kind of dedicate to my mom. And there are the cats. Um,
Hmm.
so, but it wasn't until I don't have a lot of time with my husband because he works out of state. And we were laying down one day and we are snuggling in bed. We had my two little cats and our two little cats. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is my favorite thing. Like, this is, oh my gosh, I just can't imagine anything even more perfect right now. So I was like, oh, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be Orange is looking for her favorite thing. So it's really two very important people in my life that inspired me to write this story. And I'm so
Oh,
happy they are in my life too.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I read your dedication and I felt the love. I feel it. I love your character, Orange. That's Orange. And it's
Yes.
interesting that your mom thought of it like an orange,
I
but
know.
I mean it's a perfect name. I just why don't you tell everybody a little bit more? What is the book about and who would you say that it's for?
So I would say it is just a heartwarming story of a journey of a little girl who she's in class and it's the end of the day and the teacher's like coming up and she's like, one more assignment. And now the kids are like, oh, I just want to go home. So, and the assignment is to discover what their favorite thing is and they're going to discuss it. And she's just like, what? And I think it's just like all of us, if somebody asked you or I right point blank just now, like, what's your favorite thing? You'd be like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't know. So
Right.
it's her like going into like a little daydream and going, my favorite day. And then she goes through every part of her journey to discover what her favorite thing is. And it's a lot of me in there. It's a love story really to my friends and family and all that they've given to me. But it's I would say between like 3 and 8 year old, but at the same time, I really think that even as adults, it brings us back to what the simple, wonderful thing, little things in our lives that make life so wonderful, and that things we forget
Hmm.
about, and that unless somebody like kind of nudges you, I'm like, hey, what is that? You're kind of like, nah, go through my day. This kind of like slows it down a little bit, like, oh yeah, I really do love that. That could be my favorite
Yes.
thing, and that's what it,
Yeah.
yes. So I think
Yeah.
that,
Yeah, you did a beautiful job writing it. That's what I got out of the story, to appreciate all of the little moments
yes,
that, it's hard to choose that favorite thing because it's all these little moments that are just so perfect, from waking
yes.
up to all of the things that Orange went through. So I enjoyed reading the book.
Thank you.
Um, I also enjoyed getting to the end and then seeing some like fun things to go back and look. And even
Mhm.
though I'm not a child, I went back and looked for all the things. So, what
Yes.
a fun book. Congratulations,
Thank
Jennifer.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
What is it that you hope that parents and kids will take away from this book?
I think I would say more of celebrating each other, like taking the time. As I said earlier, I think as we get older, we just rush through things. And now it's a chance to spend time with your family and your children or grandchildren or friends to sit down and look through their eyes and see like, what
Hmm.
is it that that I've forgotten that I enjoyed. So I like the thought of like real, especially at the end, where you realize this is something that's really special to us
Hmm.
as a family or to us as even just friends. So I would hope that they would get that out, just the celebrating of each other and spending with each other.
Love it. Love it. Well, congratulations on a great book. I want
Thank
to
you.
let all of our viewers know that the book is available today on Amazon. So make sure you to go there, grab a copy, grab a couple copies of this wonderful book, and share it with the kids in your life. It's there in different formats. You'll have a couple of different choices there, but grab one or grab several copies to share this fun, loving book. I want to ask you, Jennifer, about your journey into becoming an author. So let's talk about lessons and challenges along the way. So let's start with what would you say was the biggest challenge for you when writing this book?
Well, I think the challenge actually started prior to writing the book because I've
Mm,
had stories in my head since I was like little. And when I was in the military, it was one of those things where I was like, I had all these stories in my head, like, I want to write about the helicopters that were flying or the ships, just to kind of
right.
bring the kids in that were of my fellow service members, like they could understand it. And so it was totally serendipitously that I met somebody here in New Hampshire that knew you, and which was incredible. I'm like, hey, I have a ticket. Come to this, believe. And I was like, I think that was a challenge all the time. I was like, that nudge, like, I know I want to do it. I know I want to do it. And then when I went, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's make it happen. So I think the challenge originally was trying to get to that point to write the
Right.
book. And then once I wrote the book, I don't think it was writing the book in the sense of like once I had that moment with my husband, I was like, yes, because I already knew the character, and then I found the plot of the story,
Mhm.
and I think just the After Effects challenge, like I know it had like the Amazon. I know we've discussed this, trying to figure out the Amazon thing and how it works, but I think that's really the biggest issue I've had was
Mm,
just the After Effects or trying to like we talked before where I don't like put myself out there. So the challenge of
right.
like once it's done, like what do I do? Oh, I got to put my face out
Mhm.
there. So it's like little lessons learned as we went along, and I just pivoted and like let's make it work. So yes,
For sure, for sure.
yeah,
Well, I love that thought that there was a big challenge prior to even making that decision because
yes,
I think a lot of our aspiring authors who watch our interviews or who follow us sometimes, well, a lot of them, that's where they are, right? Making that decision, like
yeah,
now is the time. I'm gonna make it happen. And then, of course, there's always little hiccups, but in the end, you're here holding
yes,
your book, well, right beside you, right?
yes,
Celebrating your book launch day. There you go. There it is. So I love that you shared that. Um, and then, of course, those challenges turn into lessons.
yeah.
So, is there another lesson that comes to mind? What would you say was one of the biggest lessons throughout the publishing process for you?
I think the biggest lesson is really to talk to everybody that you're working with.
Mm,
To I felt like it was my first time and trying to jump into everything that I was just like, all right, let's just do this, let's get it done. And without really having the set, like for me, like saying like, hey, every 2 weeks, can you just give me an update on this or whatnot? I think that's the biggest lesson learned is just to have a little bit more communication with everybody in the sense of like, okay, this is what we're expecting. Let's get this going or whatnot. And then um, just having patience. The biggest thing is having
mm,
patience. Just have patience and understanding and know that it's gonna work out no matter what happens. It's just and to learn that hey, there's some things you got to pivot. Like I'm gonna pivot to this direction now. Let's make this happen in this direction. Or hey, let's pivot to here. And it all
hmm.
at the end it all just works out. So I like that I take all the little lessons and put in my little bag that for later I can be like, okay, we have this. Like but again, there's going to be a lesson down the road that I'm like, oh, I didn't have that one, and I put that in the bag for next time. So I
Right.
think life in general is a lesson that you learn every day. Like, oh, okay. So it's yes, it was.
I love,
I don't want to be like
yeah.
all unicorns and like happiness, but it. I think you go through that and whatever the challenges or whatever, and you'd be like, all right, I think I learned something from this. This is good. So I would
Hmm.
definitely say communicate and just be
That's good.
open. Be open to
Yeah.
anything that happens and don't get upset or down on stuff. Just like, all right, we got this covered. So yes,
Yeah. And then here you are, right? Like, and then
yes.
celebrated. So, what is the best part of accomplishing this dream for you? You shared that you've been thinking about this for a long time. Your mom started telling
Mhm.
you stories about Orange. So, what's the best part of accomplishing this dream for you?
Just knowing I accomplished it, just
Yeah.
having it out there for others to like enjoy, to hopefully giggle along with, to inspire others. Like my mom inspired me, hopefully to inspire others that, don't be afraid to share your story. Don't be afraid.
Hmm.
Like you might think that your story is like silly or whatever. No, don't be afraid of it. Just go out there and share it. Just shout it from the rooftop, shout it from the mountain. Just have a great time with it. Don't hold yourself back. Don't let fear
Yes.
or anything, anxiety or anything like that hold you back. Just go out and just do it.
Mm,
Yeah.
I like that. Jennifer, reading your dedication, I especially liked, I mean, it was great. You dedicated to several people, but I really liked the part where you dedicated to your little girl self. That was really, and
Yeah.
that choked me up
Yeah.
because
It's like,
so tell us
yeah.
a little bit about that, why you would dedicate this to your little girl self.
Because I feel that I had such a dreams when I was little. And again, as you're going through life, there's challenge on how to get there. And
Hmm.
it's like, thank you for not giving up.
Hmm.
Thank you for dreaming enough to believe in yourself to get to this point. I mean, I
Yeah.
did it when I went to the Naval Academy. I did it when was flying. Um, so to just get to where there's something you wanted, just go for it. And I'm just thankful that that little girl never gave up as she grew to an adult. So and
Oh,
just be like, here you go, you did it, you did it, you did it.
yeah.
So yes,
Oh, I love that so much. It got me choked up. And I thought about all of the authors that we get to publish and the people that want to publish their books. I think we forget that one of the best parts of accomplishing such a dream
yes,
is that we get to live out that little girl's dream, right?
yeah,
Like the little girl, little boy's dream whenever we were little and we thought, one day I want to write a book.
yes,
And so for you to dedicate that to your book, to your little girl self, I just thought that's so powerful. That's so insightful. And if anybody's listening, I think that's really good to remember that, we write the book. A lot of us want to make a difference in the world, want to impact children. And
yeah,
we forget that we're also helping that little girl in each one of us, that little person in each one of
yeah.
us, and how proud we feel. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you, thank you.
Mhm. All right, another question for our aspiring authors that may be watching. Now you're at the other end. You've got your
Yes,
book published.
yes.
What is a piece of advice that you have for an aspiring author who may be watching?
I think pretty much everything I've been saying. Just go for it. Don't hold yourself back. Even if I spoke to someone the other day, it was really funny in the Apple store. I was trying to figure out this iPad thing, and he was like, "Yeah, I really want to write a book, and but I don't have time to do it." And it's just like my sister; she would love to write a book. I don't have time to do it. I said, even if you don't have like an hour, 2 hours, you have 10 minutes of time somewhere here. Just write down a
Hmm.
couple lines. Go, and then the next day, if you have time, write down a couple more lines. It is going to come. Don't just wait for the best time to do it. There's never a
Mm,
best time. Just make, like I
yeah,
said, just make it happen. It's your story. Get it out to the world. Let them enjoy reading all your words. And don't be scared because people are gonna love it. No matter what,
yeah,
people are going to love it. Don't ever worry about that.
that's
So
perfect.
yes,
Perfect. Thank you, Jennifer.
thank you.
So, friends, of course, we want you to go to Amazon today, grab a copy of Orange's Favorite Things. But besides going to Amazon, where else can our viewers find you?
So you can find me on Facebook at Reading with Gidget and on Instagram, which is reading underdash with underdash Gidget. And
Okay,
eventually there will be a website, should be up and running by the time this launch happens, but it'll be with readingwithgidget.com. And
perfect.
yes, yes,
Perfect, perfect. So, friends, make sure to go there, go to the social media channels, find Gidget, Jennifer, and also go to Amazon and purchase the book. And Jennifer, before we go, is there anything else you want to share? Anything that you wish I would have asked you today?
So, a big one for everybody that's watching. As a veteran, I have partnered with Canines for Warriors, and they are a veteran charity, which is very dear and dear to my heart. And they're basically saving two lives at one time. They will find a dog in a shelter or main society, and they will save that dog's life, bring it in, they will train that dog, and then they will gift it to a veteran and in
Oh.
respect saving the veteran's life as well. And so I'm giving half of my proceeds to from launch day to Canine for Warriors. And so I'm asking everyone that's watching this, please buy a book on Veterans Day because it's not only saving the life of a service dog, but most importantly, it's saving the life of a veteran. And that's very important to me and dear to my heart, as I've had friends who've been down that road and it's very hard. Um,
Hmm.
and then swapping around, I would like to lovely thank all my friends for supporting me, like just amazingly that you've gone with these crazy ideas that I've had. And also for my friend Nina Hunt, if you're watching, this is your t-shirt. She made a t-shirt, it's up there, but she made a beautiful orange t-shirt with a big orange on it and the book on the back. So I want to thank her. And then also in my book, there's a classroom of kids, and I couldn't put all my friends that have meant so much to me. So I want to give out a huge shout out to two very special people that I wasn't able to, and that's Amy Feeney and Julie Burgess, my sick twin from the Academy. So I want to thank them for helping to shape my life and especially teaching me that, yes, jeans match everything you wear. But yes. And
Oh.
thank you also to you and your team. They've been amazing, like incredibly with everything that this year has brought. And I want to thank you for bringing that inspiration to go forth.
Our pleasure, Gidget. Well, and thank you for
Thank
serving, for
you.
your service. Thank you so much. I love that what you're doing. So, friends, there's no better reason to go today and buy a copy of this book, buy several copies, because half of the proceeds are going to such an important cause, an important service um, that Gidget and everybody is providing. So, thank you so much, Jennifer. Enjoy your book launch day, and thank you
Thank
for
you.
writing this wonderful book.
Thank you so much for this opportunity to get it out there. And thank you so much for everything. Thank you,
Yes,
everyone.
yes.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.